and welcome to the APMA podcast. Sorry we got a bit carried away chatting in the green room beforehand. That's why we're a bit late. But yeah, we're here, full strength. Jordan back from his holiday. Dan back from a yoga class. How was it, Dan? He's loving it.
That's it.
How was your holiday?
Namaste.
Namaste. They've got the basics absolutely nailed down. How was your holiday, Jordan?
Yeah, it was really nice. It was super chilled. Literally, like it was 7 days, and I'm talking like pool, sunbathe pool,
Nice.
sunbathe pool. Like we were going to go to an aqua park, we were going to go quad biking, but in the end, all inclusive resort. We were just like, fuck it, we just want to stay here.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was right on the beach as well, which was because it was like 31, 32 every single day, right? And I was absolutely fine. Got a nice tan and stuff. I feel like because I went to Egypt when it was 40 degrees, I thought, right, I've got temperature down to a T here. But obviously there was a breeze from the ocean.
Yeah.
So coming back here, obviously I was informed that there would be a heat wave, and I was like, doesn't matter. 28 degrees English weather. I've just been in 32 Greek and been absolutely fine. Holy shit. It turned out it was the breeze that was making the difference, because coming back here, I was dying. I was like, this is right. This is crazy. It's been so fucking hot. So the holiday was lovely, but it felt even warmer here when I came back, which was nice. It's nice to come back from a nice holiday weather into nice weather. But yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of days last week that were absolutely rank.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really was. But then, was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
The heavens opened up like, I've never seen. I was just before I rang you, Dan, or we had a phone call.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it's like, like I'm talking like raindrops, like fucking pebbles. It was insane. It was absolutely huge. But yeah. And then this is a massive tangent, but just because I'm thinking about my garden. I then yesterday had a delivery of a ice bath, so I got in that yesterday.
Nice.
I'll be getting in that after this pod. So yeah, I'm going to try and do as many days as I can, but it just feel incredible afterwards.
What one did you go for?
So I went for the Lunix? It's like the 320 liter thingy, but it's quite like in my garden where the back gate is. You go into like a little concrete bit, and then you step up into the garden. So what I've done is I've put it in the concrete like recess, so you ain't got like stick your leg over. You just kind of step down into it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really nice. But I was trying to relax, and like do like a meditation thing while I was in there. And next door neighbour's dog must have sensed that I was the other side of the fence. It was just the whole time. So I was like, right, okay, this is just for my body, not for my mind. But it's really because I'm back into the gym, as much as I can now, and so my body is aching again, which is nice. It's actually nice to have that feeling again. So yeah, the ice bath will be really good for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, no, holiday was great. Weather's been really nice, but it's actually turned a bit cooler today, which is why I'm wearing a jumper.
Yeah, it is a bit cooler today.
Yeah. I'm
kind of thankful for that after last week, but
yeah,
I'm sure I'll get sick of it soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, the topic today is aliens, and it seems like just stuff is ramping up. I think the last 3 episodes I've talked about aliens in, unintentionally, but I just feel like that's just the news cycle of stuff that's happening. So I know you mentioned that you did a short on it just before we came on live about this 1,000-year-old alien corpse that have been found or displayed in Mexico. Crazy, like.
I see. The thing is, normally you see something like that. I think it's like 2 bodies, 3 fingers. It's been date of mine to be 1,000 years old. Blah blah blah. And you think, okay, it's going to come out that it's a hoax, like anytime soon, which it still could.
Yeah.
But they were presented to the Mexican Congress
Yeah.
as evidence. So it's not
Indeed.
just like, oh, this is just a video, online. Like these things, which look like little ETs. But then, because someone said, I was discussing this yesterday in a group chat, and someone said, oh, come on, that's just like a stereotypical alien. Well, you can actually counter that by saying if alien species that have visited us look like this, which is a very stereotypical alien, and we have found them, say, in Roswell 70 years ago, and then began with Hollywood and imagery and stuff, getting people used to that imagery. When you present an actual alien, you don't go, holy shit, that's an alien. You go, oh, that looks like a stereotypical alien, because it's already indoctrinated into our minds because of Hollywood, because of media and things like that. But that is a 3-fingered 1,000-year-old skeleton of an alien, or fossil of an alien, apparently.
1,000 years.
Look at its hip bones.
Interesting. It's got a skeleton, isn't it?
Yeah.
So which suggests it's like Earth type structure, like.
Well, because they also went through the whole, is this an offshoot of humans?
Mm.
But apparently it has because apparently it does have a lot of DNA similar to ours, but apparently it has something like 30% substance that we don't know what it is.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because the compounds, even in the universe, are usually all the same.
Yeah. But just before we came on, I was just chatting to Lozzie about this, because I've been doing a lot of UFO content recently. Ever since I've gone to Rendlesham, I've just been on a massive alien hype. And I've had a lot of comments like, oh, it's all distractions. It's all distractions from, what they don't want you to see. And it's all distractions. It's like, okay, fair enough. I've had comments going into how it's the left. The left are trying to hide what they're doing. Or the right are trying to hide what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is Mexican people, Mexican experts, giving it to Mexican Congress. I'm pretty sure Mexicans don't give a flying fuck about American politics, about British politics. And I'm also pretty sure there isn't a fucking global government at play. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we're getting reports from all over the world now. Now, unless every country is all in cahoots, I just can't see. I just feel like this not destroys the distraction theory, but it certainly doesn't help it at all.
Yeah,
I just think we're at the point. There had to come a point where it's like, okay, enough's enough. Let's just show them the fucking aliens. And I think that's where we're at. I really do. And I've been blasted in the comments for saying that. Oh, you're so ignorant. You're so naive. You don't know what they're doing. Look at Operation Bluebeam, which I'm going to do a video on the conspiracy Operation Bluebeam. I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing it's probably the conspiracy around the theory that there's going to be an alien invasion, but actually it's going to be faked by the governments to create a globalized unity. I'm guessing that's what that is, because that's where all of these comments seem to be leading.
Yeah.
But I just think there's also an equal possibility that that's it. We're just at the point. We're just at the point. There's too much evidence. There's too many fucking sightings, and maybe they can't contain it anymore. And so they're like, fuck it. Let's just bleed it out.
Where was this found?
In Peru.
Really?
Yeah.
In a
mine, I think.
Diatom algae mine or something?
Yeah. Diatom algae mine.
Yeah, and subsequently became fossilized. I fucked up in my short because I tried to get it out really quick. I fucked up in my short because I said it was found in a diatom mine and later fossilized.
Right.
And so I know there'll be comments like, what do you mean it was found and then it was fossilized?
That's not what I meant. Fossilized after the fact.
It was in a mine and then it became fossilized. All right. Fuck's sake. But yeah, it's fucking mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to say it though. That looks fake as shit.
Yeah, that was my first initial reaction.
It's in the Congress. It's in Mexican Congress.
Yeah. I think for balance as well, I think someone's already mentioned it in the chat, but there is in this article, it says he did present evidence of what he claimed was an alien beforehand, the same person who's presenting this. and it turned out to be a human child. So, it's. Do you believe him? Do you not? Could he be right potentially?
Could he have got this far?
Yeah. It's strange though.
Yeah, I mean it could be like a deformed child, but God,
There's two of them apparently.
Oh mate, it is
But,
mental.
Stoned Alien also says it was found near the Aztec lines, and obviously the Aztecs, the pyramids, all of the Mayans, they've all got like depictions, haven't they, of aliens and stuff?
Yeah.
Those hips,
I mean, that is a crazy skeleton.
Isn't it? But it looks like ET. Imagine if the aliens turned up and they were literally a spitting image of ET.
Yeah, ET was actually just a real alien. They
Yeah,
didn't have any special effects.
Yeah,
they
just
kidnapped
had
him. It was like, right, you got to make a movie, mate,
yeah,
because you look really cool.
it's mad.
Yeah, I did. I forgot about this. We did the episode talking about this, but the Stoned Alien has just said, can we just remember that the Mexican president came out a few months ago claiming he saw pixies? He's the one who saw that one in the tree.
No. Who knows?
This is rapidly falling apart.
That's
no.
it.
Who knows? Little pixie skeleton next to it.
In fairness, though, he's not the one presenting this. He's obviously just proceeding over the. It was like a meeting of Congress, I think. They showed these off. But yeah, that is a crazy looking. Even though it looks so small as well. I don't know if it's fully grown or if it's the child one. I don't know, but that just looks, those hips, man. What the fuck is going on there?
The thing is, though, the university, there was a university that data mined it to be 1,000 years old. So it has to be a 1,000-year-old fossil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's small eyes. It hasn't got those big alien eyes that you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Little mouth. Look at those hips, though. Look at those hips. The hip bones.
That's some hip bones.
The head, the size of the brain in that skull.
The Autonomous National University of Mexico.
Yeah. So, I just want to say hello to everyone that's saying hello in the chat, because I feel bad just picking out questions and ignoring the hellos. So we appreciate everyone saying hello, hello, hello. C Monkey 95 said, "This poor boy never knew that one day he'd be dug up and presented as an alien."
I mean, that's
he got bullied his whole life.
Yeah, that's a wiry body.
I mean, they do. There are cultures in the world. I'm not sure whereabouts they do it, but where they like tie the skull when it's still malleable as it grows to make the like elongated.
Yeah.
Oh,
but this one looks like they've elongated it straight backwards rather than diagonally upwards, which is what I've seen other cultures do. But that is
also the face seems, actually, if you look at the neck, the face seems to be elongating forwards as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
It's a funny shape. I mean, the fact that's even real, that is something, is fucked up.
Yeah.
Even if someone's made this with like paper mache, that's still fucked up.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's impressive.
But yeah, that's one of the stories we want to look at. The next one kind of leads in to this. It's
sorry, before you there you go. I was going to stupidly interrupt just because of that most read. I didn't realise that Wilco stores are turned into Poundlands. But anyway,
that's
completely irrelevant.
You heard it. Well, you didn't hear it at first, but Poundland are acquiring a large number of Wilco stores. So if you're upset about Wilco's closing, don't worry, they'll turn into a Poundland near you.
There you go.
No, there isn't enough of them. Anyway, this next story is linked to this, not directly, but philosophically, I suppose. It is about them possibly finding evidence of life elsewhere.
Ah, yes. I've seen this.
I think, what was it? Is it Kepler K2-18b? So they've basically found, I think it's dimethyl, is how you pronounce that? Dimethyl sulfide. Evidence of that on this planet, K2-18b, which they are saying is kind of vital for life and is
Mhm.
present here, and that's why they think they may have possibly found a planet capable of life or that has life on it. Maybe. But I'll read you out this article. It's pretty cool because you've got something that's deemed critical for life, and also there's other elements they've found as well. Like I think it's hydrogen is one of them as well. They've found that seems to be plentiful on the planet. So I'll read this out. It's quite a lengthy one, and there's a couple of names in it that I am going to mispronounce. Just a heads up, don't be mad. Scientists may have detected a molecule that on Earth is only produced by life, in what is a major breakthrough in the research or the search for beings on other planets. NASA's Webb telescope has made a possible detection of dimethyl sulfide, or DMS, researchers said. On Earth, that is only produced by life, with the majority of it coming from phytoplankton in marine environments. Scientists are yet to confirm the observation, and it needs further validation. Further research should confirm whether DMS really is on the distant planet in significant amounts. But the planet it was detected on, K2-18b, has also proven definitely exciting for other reasons. Scientists have confirmed that the planet has carbon-bearing molecules, including methane and carbon dioxide itself, a major finding for the search for life. The discovery suggests that K2-18b could be what researchers call a Hycean exoplanet, with an atmosphere rich in hydrogen and surface covered in water. Both conditions are thought to be conducive to any possible alien life. K2-18b orbits around a cool dwarf star known as K2-18. That's a brilliant name. And they together sit around 120 light years from Earth. The planet is 8.6 times as big, or bigger than the Earth, sorry. Researchers refer to those planets as sub-Neptunes, and our solar system has nothing like them, meaning that they are relatively poorly understood by scientists. Researchers do not know, for example, what the atmospheres of the worlds might look like, but the new findings suggest that they could be a fruitful place to search for alien life. Our findings underscore the importance of considering diverse habitable environments in the search for life elsewhere, explained, this is one of the names I'm going to fuck up, Niku Mudahusadan. I've fucked it up, but I'm going for that. An astronomer at the University of Cambridge and lead author on a new paper describing the results. Traditionally, the search for life on exoplanets has focused primarily on smaller rocky planets, but the larger Hycean worlds are significantly more conducive to atmospheric observations. There may still be conditions that make K2-18b difficult for life. It is believed to have an ocean surface, but the ocean might be too hot to be habitable and might not even be liquid at all. Scientists hope to find out more about the planet as well as the other sub-Neptunes with further observations, but they can be difficult to see even though they are the most common kind of planet in the galaxy, because they are often covered up by glare from their stars. Instead, K2-18b was first spotted by using that glare and watching for the dip in light that happens as the planet moves in front of its star. The new findings use the same process, examining the starlight with the Webb telescope and looking for the traces left behind of chemicals in the atmosphere. These results are the product of just 2 observations of K2-18b, with many more on the way, explained team member Savas Constantinou of the University of Cambridge. This means our work here is but an early demonstration of what Webb can observe in habitable zone exoplanets. Further work should give a better picture of those chemicals and help confirm the possible presence of DMS. Our ultimate goal is the identification of life on habitable exoplanet, which would transform our understanding of our place in the universe, said Professor Mudhusudan. Our findings are a promising step towards a deeper understanding of Hycean worlds in this quest. The work is described in a paper, Carbon-Bearing Molecules in a Possible Hycean Atmosphere, that will be published in the Astrophysical Journal Letters. So, quite a lot of...
do you identify molecules from light years away?
Yeah, it's like just using what it said there was they basically looked for traces of chemicals in the atmosphere after it passed the star.
Yeah, I think you do it with light.
Must be. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, you can measure chemicals with light. My mate was telling me this. studied at university. What was he? Astrophysics or something. But anyway, he was saying that the different molecules have different lights, and you can put different lenses and different scenarios, and get different results, which is insane from something that far away.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's
Holes Marie in the chat makes a comment that I would make. All the scientists trying to find these molecules are basically trying to find a planet that humans can live on. Aliens might find a different type of atmosphere habitable. I always think this, like with the Goldilocks zone and that. It's like, aren't there snails on Earth? I might be making this up. Aren't there a type of snail on Earth that can live like in or near lava? Or have I just made that up?
I've never heard that. Might be.
There's definitely animals that can live in a lot more hostile places.
Yeah, like what are those bear things? The amoebas.
Yeah, the water bears.
Yeah, they can like live on
Yeah.
the moon, can't they?
Yeah, and they can die, and then they add water to them, and they come back to life.
Come back
hundreds of years later. Also, there's like
That's
sharks
crazy,
that are like living in. There's a volcano, and it's all acidic. So it's like it's an acidic water that can't. Most stuff can't live in, but these sharks have evolved and adapted into this. And also, you think deep ocean pressures under there.
Yeah, the pressures.
That these things create life and can't live anywhere else. So that's what's interesting about the deep seas. That's with no sun.
Yeah.
So as long as you've got a planet capable of creating some sort of heat through, gravity and pressure and tension, then potentially there could be lots of life about.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I mean. Like, I just, the whole Goldilocks zone and all that sort of shit. I just think we're so. I mean, I get it. It's a good place to start, isn't it? Like, we know what works, so we'll look there. But that isn't to say other places.
Thank you, Jesse, for the $4.99. Keep up the good work, boys. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And when it talks about the Goldilocks zone, is it actually talking about life as in human life, or life as in like bacterial life?
Yeah, bacteria. So whatever we know, like the certain distance to create the right temperature, the right like gas, what do you call it, denominations or whatever, you know.
So you'd think like the bar for that is probably lower than life being able for humans to be alive in a planet or on a planet. So it's
just so niche.
Yeah,
it's too niche. We should just go planet by planet, see what's there.
If you think about those water bears for a second, like imagine a planet, somewhere wherever, just so distant, and it's kind of just set up right for those little water bears. So there's just fucking a planet full of these water bears, and then that planet gets hit by whatever, explodes, and they can live in space. So we know that from them. So imagine they just get shattered and scattered everywhere, and then they're just all on these little rock surfaces and just floating about in space. And then they get into another planet. There's lots of water. There's loads of water in the universe. It's always it's everywhere. They get into another planet, get a bit of water, and then they could be just planets full of water bears.
Yeah, water bear planets. Well, it's like there's some things on Earth, like octopus, even insects. It's just like I wouldn't be shocked if it came out that they came here on like a meteorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Evolved, because they're just unlike anything else on Earth.
It's interesting how just stuff keeps evolving. It's weird why it doesn't stop. Like everything essentially is just like, even humans were constantly evolving. Like everything's evolving constantly to like shape its environment. Like there's something in you that constantly changes.
Yeah. And adapts.
Overcome.
It's mad. Yeah.
It's
crazy.
The problem is that the window that we observe these changes in is so small for us. Like I don't even know when written history physically started. I don't know how long we've been actually writing things down and keeping track of them. But if you take like over the course of, you know, instead of like maybe 1,000 years, you take 10,000, 100,000 years, the changes will be significantly different. This, and a problem with, unfortunately for us, our species, we last an average of what was it for men, 80 years, and women slightly more. So you haven't got that much time to witness these changes happen. You've got to look back, and you've got to basically rely on what was done then, in terms of what was written down and recorded, to find out what's changed. So it's something you don't really notice. You don't notice the changes in humans over the last, I'd say, 100 years, apart from what clothes we wear, the technology that we've got. But like the physical changes in humans, I don't think is that noticeable yet.
I think the one that stands out to me, I think this is correct, is there have been people born without appendix because we don't need them anymore.
Oh, yeah.
No, that makes sense.
I'm sure there have been people that have been born without that.
We've got taller as well, haven't we? Well, I haven't. So, fuck you, evolution. But most people have got taller because back in the day, all the buildings were small. So I just born too late.
Born in the wrong era.
Born in the wrong era. I was meant for the 1700s.
Brilliant.
It's weird though, isn't it? Why would we? We've only done that ourselves though. What we've built the buildings taller, so we've essentially created our own evolution there. Really.
Yeah. I wonder if humans have actually got taller, or whether they just made bigger doors. Do you know what I mean? Perhaps I just thought, fuck it, I can't be bothered to make a big door.
Yeah.
It's just easier. It's quicker to make a little one.
Yeah. It takes less resources as well.
But yeah, the older houses, you go in them and like my head's almost touching the ceilings in some of them. So like a big person wouldn't have built that. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to feel taller? Live in a small house. That's my advice.
Go to Japan.
Yeah. They've got a lot of small houses there. Just off topic. That's it. They are literally smaller people in stature. Like I don't know what the average height is. I think it's like 5'7", 5'8", I want to say, for a male.
I love Japan. I was like a basketball player.
Yeah, just slightly off topic. I saw this post. I think it might have been on X, whatever the fuck that's called now for some reason. What used to be Twitter. It was a picture of an apartment in Japan. I don't know if it was in Tokyo or not, but anyway, it was literally a crawl space in between two apartments, and it was 100. I think it was like £100 a month equivalent, and someone was living in it. I'm like, there's absolutely no fucking way.
Illegal?
Probably not. But they didn't have. They had no toilet, no sink, no cooking ability in there. All they had was a somewhat makeshift bed, and that was it. So all the amenities they had to go out of the apartment or out of the crawl space to go and get. They had a washing machine outside that they used.
Yeah, and
it's just I was like, that could only be that could only happen in somewhere like Japan, like because I no chance fitting in there, but even someone smaller than me, average height for the UK, is not fitting in there and not being able to sleep. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're like little cages, aren't they? And then they've got like little TV at the end with one little socket, and then they hang like their clothes in the corner. It's so bad. I mean, you wouldn't put an animal in there,
no,
let alone. And there's like thousands of people living in them because there's a massive housing crisis. In parts of Japan.
But yeah, you just tell. You can just tell there's like people who've got apartments that are just like renting them out, just going, right, I'm gonna get 200 quid extra here. That closet, you're not having that anymore. Sorry, that's gonna be an apartment. You've also got a roommate coming in. See you later.
Yeah,
I can see that happening in London.
Mate, 100%. I'm just thinking that. I was thinking, get a room, put like 6 cages in there, and then it's like, I've got got a 6-bed house to rent in a room.
Honestly, I this is so bad, but yeah, I've got something against London, big time. Like as in like living there. I just
same.
it's just I just don't like London. Too busy and too expensive and I went to see I went to Twickenham to watch South Africa versus the New Zealand All Blacks. It was awesome. And we were walking. We got so far, and then like the taxi was just like, look, we're gonna be sat here for fucking ages, so you might as well walk because it's only a mile down the road. So we did. And I was walking past these houses, right? And these houses, they didn't look that big. But I noticed every single one of these houses, right, had a front door and then a set of stairs on the side of the house to a door on the side of the house. So they've obviously taken the downstairs of this small house and turned it into accommodation. And then the upstairs of this small house and turned it into, and it's just like, fucking hell, man. Like, just have a fucking normal house. Do you know what I mean? They say they're just trying to fucking cram every fucking. It's like, and you get like a 1-bedroom studio flat in London, and it's like $2,000 a month. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's literally
Is
a bedroom.
London that great to live in? Do you know what I mean? That you need to pay $2,000. I know like wages are better in London and stuff, more opportunity, blah blah blah. But fucking hell, you live in like a fucking shithole for like $3,000. You take that same money and you come to Norfolk, you're living like a god.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A 1-bedroom flat in London wholesale is like a 6-7 bedroom house.
Yeah, it's crazy. We once did a photo shoot in like fairly central London and hired this room. And then the woman was like, here's the room for the day, whatever. But just be aware, you might get the odd people coming in and out. I was like, okay, thinking, where do they come from? And there's all these doors and they're like rooms, no windows, and just, oh shit. And people lived in them. And there's people like coming in. And so there's this like, and then there was a kitchen which said you could use, but it was like their kitchen. And I think there's about 8 people in there. Just dotting in. And then this photo shoot room in the middle, which they would hire out, which I guess was like their communal space as well. Really strange.
Crazy, man. Crazy. But it's all right because you can go and get a lovely craft beer down the road for just £13 a pint. I just can't stand the place. I can't. The moment I get into London, I'm just like, when do I get to leave?
Yeah.
I
really am.
I don't even like visiting London, like at all. Really, I know there's a lot of things in London that are good to do, but it just puts me off straight away. It's like, oh well, I have to go to London, so I'll probably give it a miss.
Yeah, like if I'm invited to like a weekend in London, I'd rather claw my own eyes out. Like it's just I can't do it. Like if it's a day, we're in and out. All right. Well, you know, but don't leave me there don't leave me there overnight, please, God. You know, just can't do it. It's just different. Fuck, you know, I'm from the country. It's just a different pace. Just the walking alone. Everyone is in a rush. Everyone's barging you. It's like, where the fuck are you going? To Costa? Like what? I don't get it. You know?
Yeah.
Heaven forbid. Now, I might. This might be a broad brush here, but heaven forbid you ask an underground worker what direction you need to go in or what train you need to be on, because fucking hell, the ones I've asked, I mean, in my opinion, I'm just asking, you know, because who would have more knowledge about the underground than an underground worker? You'd honestly think I tapped him on the shoulder and spat in his face. Fuck, sorry, mate. Fucking hell, I'll go get lost on the fucking underground. Jesus Christ. I only wanted to know the fastest route to fucking Waterloo or some shit. Not a London fan.
Yeah,
not a London fan.
I remember the last time that I used the tube in London or the underground, I was just stood in front of the fucking map, just like, what? Where do I go? Because I'm either going to go the wrong way or the right way, but I don't even know which way's the right way. So I might as well just get on one and hope. Just end up where I end up. But yeah, it's anywhere that has a side of the walkway you're meant to be on for either people who are literally sprinting to their destination or people who are like walking normally and waiting on the escalator. That's just too much for me. Everyone needs to go at reasonably the same pace. It's just too much.
Yeah. Yeah, you got like the fast lane into on escalators, and then like the slow lane, which I never kind of know about.
Don't stand on the right if you're going to stand still on an escalator. Stand on the left. I think that's how it's meant to go. Because otherwise, you're just going to get basically stabbed in the back. You're going to get punched. You're going to get physically assaulted. Because they do get angry if you stand in their way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's London. I don't know how the fuck we got onto that, but that's London.
Yeah, I actually don't know how we came onto London. I don't know how we got here, but we're here. So, yeah. Well, I don't like... It's not like I hate London. I just don't like the busyness of it. Is probably the worst part for me.
Yeah.
I can appreciate London from a distance. I just don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
For about like 100, 120 miles away. That would be great.
Yeah, is that how far we are? 120 miles? I'll give it about 3 years and we'll be in the ULEZ zone.
Mate, don't.
Yeah, Dan found out some disappointing news about that.
Oh, what?
I was like, my new Jeep that I bought, it's a 2015, and I was like literally 2 weeks off the cut-off date for it. So it should be all right because I don't really plan, and I've got the other car that's fine. I don't really plan on going down that way, but if they expand it, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Give them a couple of years.
Man, did you see that that BuzzFeed video that guy did on the air pollution in London? Because obviously the whole ULEZ thing is about air pollution, isn't it? And he had this like device that monitored the air pollution, and it's like anything over 12 is bad. All right, anything over 12 not good. And he was outside in London, and it was like 1.5, 1.7, He's like, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. I don't really get the point of the ULEZ. Like, the air is fine. And then he went into the fucking underground.
Yeah.
Right? And he was stood on the platform on the underground. And bearing in mind, 12 is bad. It went up to like 230 something. So it's like, you're trying to get ULEZ on the surface. You need fucking somehow ULEZ underground, because Jesus Christ, that's where the harm is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's BuzzFeed. So if they are incorrect, sue them. But yeah, it's just fucking, it's just mad.
I saw an interesting clip similar to that. It was like one of the, it's in court, and it was this guy asking the people proposing, all about the electric cars, and he just said to them, what percent of the Earth's atmosphere has carbon dioxide? And none of them knew. So these are all like big electrical companies and stuff. And he was like, have a guess. And they were like, 7%, 6%. So they're all trying to guess. And then he was like, it's 0.4%. And he says, if it goes, that might be double check these numbers. I'm just going from memory, but I'm pretty sure it's right. And he said, if it goes below 0.2%, all the plants start dying. So it's literally so small. So it's interesting that the big push is like, oh, this carbon, save the planet.
Yes, to get rid of it.
It's like because if you look at motorways and stuff, all the plant life's thriving.
Yeah.
You ever go down the motorway and you look left or right, like all the plants and all the trees, everything's thriving down there because it's getting what it needs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very interesting saying that that's the problem, because is it?
Yeah.
With those percentages.
It is very interesting, isn't it? Like the whole thing and where it's all going. It's like there's I'm not getting into climate change denying. I understand climate change is real, etc., etc. But it's like there has been shifts in history that the planet has just done.
Mm-hmm.
Like and it's got fuck it, because there was no steam engines or anything like that, and nothing, no pollutants, or like man-made pollutants, and the Earth just shifted
100%, yeah,
and just changed everything.
The Ice Age,
yeah,
nothing to do with us.
No.
But yeah,
Well,
very
we also
interesting.
survived an ice age when we were essentially just wearing animal pelts. So I kind of feel like we'd be all right if it happened again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're here, aren't we? No matter all the stuff that's happened in the past, like we're somehow here. I mean, at one point it was just a rock full of lava, and we've managed to somehow spawn up from that. So
Yeah.
life will survive, and so will
Life.
the
I don't know what it's from, but it's brilliant. It just says
Jurassic
life
Park.
always finds a way.
Jurassic Park, I think.
Jurassic Park, beautiful.
Life.
Bring them back.
Finds
Let's
a way.
fucking clone them fuckers. Have some T-Rexes around. You know what I mean?
It solved the meat problem, wouldn't it?
That's, you know what?
Do you know what I mean?
Dan's just gone straight for the, caging them up to eat them.
Yeah,
Jurassic,
we would as well.
Jurassic Park, at least,
that's
let's set
I
them
just
free.
want to look at them. Just like, let's fucking eat them. I wonder what they taste like. They don't really eat. I know they're more like birds, aren't they, than lizards?
Yeah,
like
but chicken.
Birds.
Imagine having a massive chicken that's like you just chop him up and all that white meat. One of those
That'd
big.
be good. Christmas. We have Christmas T-Rex.
Yeah, imagine that on the table. T-Rex leg.
Hell, putting that in the oven.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you?
you have to put it in there for about 5 months.
Yeah. Mind you, like chicken wings, fucking T-Rex wings, they'd be shite, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, man.
Little fucking twigs. That's unreal. That is from an evolutionary standpoint. One of the greatest apex predators to ever live had arms like that. Imagine if that had actual arms.
Yeah.
Holy shit. We'd probably be we'd all be T-Rexes because that would have been the dominant species.
Yeah. Why? I mean, why even have arms?
They could have caught the meteor right through it back.
Right to the top.
Yeah.
But then you think ostriches would be further up the chain then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they've got wings.
Yeah.
Wing arms.
They must have been a real good snap for a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I saw a really funny, I was on a podcast, these two guys, this really funny clip. They're like American dudes. And they said, like, what animal do you think that you could take in a fight? And he was saying about how he could take an ostrich because there's so much neck for him to choke out. His mate was just like, you wouldn't even get close. That thing will kick you in the chest. Like, you're fucked. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
The amount of neck, mate. I can fucking wrap that up easy.
A giraffe. That's so funny.
Yeah. Fucking snap a giraffe's neck. But I do wonder, actually, that's a great question. What animal do you think? Obviously, not like a shit, but what do you think is the deadliest animal you could take? The deadliest.
No weapons, just fists.
Just primal.
Primal.
I don't know.
It's going to be a low bar.
I was thinking maybe a cow, but then
that fell on
run around it. But then maybe a sheep. I could take a sheep for definite. I'd fuck a sheep.
Mate, I got attacked by a goat at Pettitt's farm.
Goats, I mean, if they headbutt you,
yeah.
I'm not sure about a goat. Yeah, I don't know.
How long ago was that you got attacked? Because that Pettitt's is, just for clarification, it's like a it's like
I can actually
go on, Lynn.
I can tell you the radio advert. Pettitt's Animal Adventure Park. That's what it is. Now I went. That's in Acle. I went in. Fucking hell. I was about. I want to say 10, 11.
I was gonna say
if that.
Quite a time ago.
Yeah, it's still there though, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just saying. I didn't know if you went randomly last week or something and got attacked by a goat.
No. But I got attacked by a goat. Well, I didn't get attacked. I was just holding the food.
Yeah.
And I froze. And they just wanted the food, and I got buttered. But I don't know. I'd quite fancy. I'd quite fancy the challenge of an ostrich, but then I think that might peck you in the face or something. That might get a bit, But if you get that head under control, don't know.
Yeah, you gotta go for the quick submission with the ostrich, I feel, or go for the quick snap neck.
Get on his back. Ashton Mitchell said, I asked my mate this, and he genuinely thinks he could take a chimp.
No.
I proceeded to tell him why a chimp would end him. Yeah, chimps are fucking... I'd rather go against a fucking lion, I think.
The thing with a chimp, though,
chimp.
it wouldn't try and kill you easily. It would, like, snap your fingers off and, like, start to tear your face off.
Your face off.
Pulls your limbs off. If you
Yeah.
The chimp attacks are horrific. And they go for the face as well.
Yeah.
They go straight to rip the face off.
Yeah, I did a short / reel of an old video that I did, the 999 calls, and there's that 999 call of that woman. She's like,
I've seen that.
Come quick, come with a gun. And then the guy's like, he's got a gun? No, you come with a gun. The chimp, my chimp ripped her face off. It's fucking horrific.
Have you seen that I've seen that clip with the zoo. The woman's having an argument with her husband. I think it's in like China or something. And she gets out in the car to go around. She gets out of the car in this like live wild park thing. Goes round and then it's either, I think it's a lion. Lion just grabs her, and it shows you how weak a human is. Like it just literally like grabs her and pulls her out, and then obviously her husband gets out of the car and someone who's with them, and then the rangers come over, but the person who was with them, the lion then attacked them and they died.
Oh Jesus!
But it shows how quick they are, and he must have just been sitting watching. But I mean, obviously you don't get out in a wild park.
No.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, it's been going around. It's quite recent, but yeah, fuck that. Most animals will fuck us up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Bobby says 4 men wouldn't be able to take on a chimp hand to hand. That's fucking crazy because we have descended from apes. Yeah. And yet, like, you look at a silverback fucking gorilla, like the fucking strength of that, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Their strength is. This is the thing, isn't it? I was thinking about this earlier when we were talking about nature and these animals, that we're kind of like, apart from our brains, we're de-evolving. We're becoming a lot weaker. Like, our teeth are becoming. We're just as a primal species living out in the wild. We're just with your raw elements, you're not very good compared to maybe even 200, 300 years ago. Certainly 2,000 years ago, we were a lot tougher. We wouldn't last 5 minutes, most of us.
Yeah,
you can't afford modern amenities. So, but animals are still in the same situation. They're not getting helped. They're just like a monkey and a chimp, and that they're still in the wild. Like, and it is evolution. So it is survival of the fittest. They kill the weak. The weak die. The strong, and it's not about how intelligent you are or whatever. It is literally all based on physical. Apart from humans.
Because the only reason that we're at the top of the food chain is because of the weapons and technology that we've created.
Our brains, So we are. I mean, imagine us in 2,000, 3,000 years, like how weak of a species we're going to be.
Well, I tell you what, with the likes of fucking TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook Reels, and I say this fully being aware that I make this sort of content as well. Our fucking attention spans are going to be that of a fucking goldfish.
Mate, 100%.
I'd actually love to see the stats of things like people's watch time on longer content versus the same people's watch time of shorts, reels, and TikToks. Because like whenever I start a film now, I'm not brilliant, but I'll be able to pay attention to the film or TV show for at least 40 minutes before I even think, I'm going to go on my phone. But my partner, who she doesn't watch a lot of TikTok, but she does consume TikTok and shorts and that sort of stuff, it'll be like 3 minutes, and she'll be looking at TikToks. I'm like, fuck. It does affect your attention span a lot.
And there's a massive correlation, isn't there, between mental health and attention span. And, if you look at the rise in the past 5 to 10 years, like I've seen some of the stats that said about workplace mental health issues. And there's definitely a correlation there between, like you say, I worry about that a lot, especially with my kids, like with TikTok and stuff, because it's not the stuff that they're watching. It's fine. It's like, but it's the process of this this bombardment on your mind of like all these dopamine hits constantly.
Absolutely.
Like, it's so worrying.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the thing, isn't it? It's the dopamine hits, because it just hires your tolerance as well.
Yeah.
Like, it takes now. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older as well, but now it takes some pretty exceptional stuff. This sounds fucking brutal, really. I said this yesterday. I was practicing golf because I got my final on Saturday, and I was practicing with my golf partner, and we were having a conversation. I can't even fucking remember why, but we were talking about exactly this, dopamine and stuff. And I said, you know what the scariest thing is I actually sometimes struggle to derive joy from things. Something will happen that should be good, and I just don't. I don't know if I'm a fucking psychopathic serial killer or if my dopamine levels are just fucked. But like, it takes exceptional things now for me to like be like, oh fuck, that's, you know, because otherwise it's just something that has happened.
Yeah.
Which is very sad. And it's something I'm very, very conscious of now. And I do kind of want to, I don't know, like step away from that kind of.
It's not just you, bro. It's everyone in this, and it's because, like I say, we evolved. We evolved slow as humans, really, but the stuff that we're getting hit by, like, we're not caught up to it yet. Like, we're still our dopamine and fight and flight and all these triggers and mechanisms in our body, like your cortisol, that your stress release, it's all related to like nature, and we still treat stuff like that, you know, as a threat or not a threat, and it's playing havoc with our bodies because your body's not knowing how to control it, what to do. That's why I think it's important to like get out, go for walks, like get out in nature. That is because that's where we're supposed to be. And I really think that, like, if you have got mental health, again, a bit of a tangent all this, but like, if you have got that, like, do get out in nature for an hour or two, and like, you need to. It's like, even if you haven't, you still need to do that anyway. It's so important.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also the other side of, you know, that sort of stuff is it's a massive fucking time sink. You know, go on like TikTok, or I don't do TikTok, but I go on YouTube Shorts, and next thing I know, it's 25 minutes, and I've achieved fuck all.
Yeah.
I haven't even really watched shit that I like. You know, in fact, if anything, I'm just scrolling through thinking, why the fuck do I try with my content when this is the shite that gets millions of views? That's pretty much what I derive from what I watch. And it's just like, it's just not fucking useful. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's just shite. It's absolute shite. So yeah, I'm gonna stop just like consuming that sort of stuff. And I understand how this sounds coming from a fucking content creator, but you know, also you've got to move with the times, unfortunately. And I'm being brutally honest, content creation isn't what it was when I started. It's just not. You know, I know everyone loves Mr. Beast. I've got a lot of respect for what he's done, but I think he's also damaged content, because, you know, a lot of content is now, how much money can we throw at someone in this topic? You know, and that's just shite. It's lazy, in my opinion. And then just all the shorts and reels and stuff, it's all just fucking, it's just too quick. It's too much. It's like, if you don't get their attention in 3 seconds, it's a fucking, you know, it's like, whoa, man.
Yeah.
You know, it honestly surprises me that podcasts are as popular as they are, because it's like the antithesis of short content.
Yeah. And that, like I say, it's,
but times change, unfortunately.
Times change, times do change. And it's like, that's the thing, in it. I think when you just got to do what you love and you're passionate about, because if you're chasing numbers, like, one, it's always going to change, and then two, like, it won't be authentic, and then
for sure,
three, like, you fall into the trap of like doing something to chase the numbers, that even if you're getting the numbers, you're still not going to be happy, because you're doing something that you don't like, or you're not authentic to.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like
again, though.
Sorry, go on, Oba.
No, it's just like those dopamine hits of getting those likes and numbers. And it is addictive. Sorry, Lars, go on, mate.
I was just gonna say, I feel like the majority of people who watch or consume podcasts probably, I would say, don't consume a lot of the short form content. Just I'm only going from my personal experience. I don't watch a lot of TikToks. I don't have TikTok. I don't watch shorts that much. The only time I watch a short is if sometimes randomly I'll open up the YouTube app on my phone and it goes to shorts first. I don't know if anyone's noticed that before. It'll open up on shorts first rather than the longer form videos. But that's the only time I really watch them. I'll catch like 2 or 3. I go, why am I doing this? I'll go and watch what I wanted to watch. But I feel like from my experience, I watch podcasts, listen to podcasts. I don't fuck with shorts. So this is basically just me saying everyone's like me. But I feel like people who consume podcasts don't watch that much TikTok and Instagram Reels or whatever. But I might be wrong. But I feel that's a definite shift in mentality from people.
Yeah, I wonder if podcasts will be as big in say another 10 years, or whether it'll be a different form of like podcast where it's like
it'll just be clips.
You know, there's some podcasts which are like hitting you constantly, and there's a drama and there's all this stuff, and it's like dopamine, and like, again, probably not good for you. But I wonder if that space will change.
Yeah. Well, it's just like content in general is changing. Like, I'm seeing a lot of creators that I don't watch many creators, but I've watched a few creators that I watch, and I think it was like Mr. Beast again. Like, it's completely changed the game. Like, fair enough, you can call him a fucking a revolutionary if you like. I think he says something like the frame has to change every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds. Like, what the fuck, right? And I'm seeing certain creators that I watch, and it's like I used to watch them, and it was just like, in my opinion, awesome. And now it's like the same, but it's like more energy. It's like, whoa, okay, I'm not a fucking 9-year-old with ADHD. And then it's like this, and then it's closer, and there's a wait, and then it's a fucking overlay, and then it's this, and then it's words, and then it's closer, and it's like, fucking, can we? And this is 15 seconds into the video.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but then again, I'm a 30-year-old man now, so maybe that's what it is. But yeah, it's just like, fucking hell, everything just seemed. But like, going back to the original point of dopamine, it's just constantly triggering you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then you go out into the real world, or you go out into your daily life that isn't fucking changing every 2 frames, and it's shit in comparison, you know. Which I think doesn't help.
100%, mate. And that's where the mental health thing comes in, I think, because it's like, life becomes very quiet. And that's how it should be, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's just how it is, isn't it? It's not like...
Yeah, that's true.
For the vast majority of people, it's been that way for a long time.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? It's like going... I noticed that today with yoga, when you just like, you're in a room with people and that, but when you're just lying still a few minutes, it's quite interesting. Or go and sit in the woods for like half an hour, literally let your mind calm down, and then just sit down, and it's hard to handle sometimes. Like, people,
definitely, because for the first time in a long time, you're actually alone with your thoughts. Because that's the other thing, is going back right to the start when we were talking about distractions. You are just constantly distracted. Whereas if you have time to sit with your thoughts and actually figure things out, or realize that things aren't as big as you think they are, or blah blah blah, it's a lot better for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much better for you. But yeah, hopefully the aliens come and wipe us out.
That's it. I see what content they've got.
That's it. Yeah.
They say, well, we're doing this new thing called shortcasts. Get out. Fuck off.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, maybe I'm just getting I don't know, maybe things are changing and I'm stuck in the past, but I think it was I prefer that place, so it's fine.
Maybe the aliens watch all our content, and that's just literally what we're here for. We're literally, it's just a big
Content,
TV show for them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they placed us here. They're like, let them grow, give them technology, and then they'll just make a load of like stuff for us, and we can just watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our planet's boring.
Yeah. But no. We shall see. But apparently today or tomorrow, NASA have got a big announcement to make. So
There you go.
That's interesting.
yeah, that could be big.
I mean,
and it's about
they
you.
don't really tend to do anything unless it's something half decent in terms of
I'm
announcements.
just going to Google that when it went. What time it is? UFO announcement. That's scary. Actually, that's giving me a little like, ooh.
And then you just say, we've changed our logo.
I think. Yeah. No, I think I got. Hang on. I got sent. Got sent a thing. Where are we?
Thing is, when they say they're going to do a press conference, it could be a hell of a lot of things.
Well, this is via Unilad, so. But NASA will make a huge announcement on UAPs tomorrow, and this was sent to me last night.
UAPs. Why did we change that?
Yeah, that's annoying.
So we shall have to see.
What's UAP?
Unidentified aerial
phenomena.
Or is it anomalal? I don't know.
I think it's unidentified aerial phenomena. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the same, does it? UFO is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with UFOs. Nothing wrong at all. Craziness. But yeah, I'm sure we'll tune into that news, and obviously whatever happens, I'm sure we'll talk about on a further podcast. But yeah, I think we've gone round the houses today. We really have.
Yeah.
Started off with aliens, talked about London, then talked about what animal would possibly beat up. And then ended with short form content being cancerous. But that's it. That's where we are. But yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. Appreciate everyone's support. And we'll see you in the next one. Up the APMA. See you later. Bye-bye.